Despite Roman Reigns' significant victory at WWE Survivor Series, he may face a more challenging opponent in the future. An old hand says the OTC could want to take on two big names at once. Roman may soon face off against not one, but two former WWE champions in a triple threat match, says Bill Apter. Roman has been through a rough patch as of late. Despite their initial discomfort, his alliance with CM Punk paid off in Survivor Series. On the other hand, the OTC was involved in the latter's recent fight with Seth Rollins on Raw. The seasoned journalist proposed a three-way fight between Roman, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk during an appearance on Unscripted on Sportskeeda. If these three previous champions meet in this bout, it might be the end of their feud. Among professional wrestlers, Roman Reigns stands head and shoulders above the crowd as the embodiment of the Universal Wrestling Corporation, WWE. He is more than just a wrestler. As the tribal chief, he represents dominion, power, and heritage. According to an experienced source, Roman Reigns might soon be involved in a high-stakes triple threat match with two of the most legendary former WWE champions. This feud is fueled by animosity and a long history of feuds. According to the veteran, he hates them both. This revelation may ignite one of the most explosive bouts in WWE history. All of Roman's connections and rivalries, which were already on the brink of collapse, will be put to the test in this showdown. Come with me as I peel back the layers of this possible smash hit. During his historic tenure as WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns has utterly destroyed any and all opponents that dared to cross his path. Every single opponent has been unsuccessful, from Cody Rhodes' heroic WrestleMania attempt to Drew McIntyre's vicious brawls. But Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar are two names that keep popping up. Each has a legendary history with Roman, and as a previous WWE champion. In a memorable steel chair attack, Reigns' former Shield partner and brother-in-arms Seth Rollins betrayed him, breaking their friendship. At the same time, Roman's most dangerous opponent is Brock Lesnar, whom he has met several times in grueling confrontations that have taxed his mental and physical strength. Roman has always carried a chip on his shoulder about Seth and Brock. The senior insider confessed in their exclusive chat. Brock has always been this unmovable obstacle, and Seth abandoned him when he was at his weakest. This pairing might materialize since he dislikes them both. In his new persona as the Visionary, Seth Rollins is a colorful and deadly rival who finds his footing in the midst of mayhem. The feud between Rollins and Roman is still very much a part of WWE today, even if his character has changed a lot since his days in the Shield. During their last confrontation, Roman and Seth engaged in considerable psychological maneuvering. Roman was reminded of the kinship they once enjoyed when Seth, dressed in Shield garb, joined the match. Even though Roman came out on top, he clearly felt the emotional and mental toll. After Seth's actions, Roman never forgot them, the veteran said. As long as Seth continues to make fun of Roman and laugh, the tribal chief will have plenty of ammunition. The goal for Roman is not only to defeat Seth, but to completely demolish him. The opportunity to unseat the tribal chief would be much appreciated by Rollins. In multi-man battles, Seth has shown time and time again that he can prosper by outwitting even the most strong opponents with his crafty techniques. Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar is a whole other narrative. From bloody brawls to WrestleMania major events, his fights with Roman are legendary. Every bout between Brock and Roman is a titanic confrontation because Brock is one of the few wrestlers who can match Roman's physical prowess and star power. Brock is unconcerned about friendships and rivals. An insider spoke of his desire to fight, and putting Roman and Seth in the ring with him is surefire way to bring about disaster. With Lesnar on board, this possible triple threat bout becomes much more exciting. The unpredictability and raw might of Brock may tip the scales in unanticipated directions. It would be hard to call a triple threat contest between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar a typical wrestling match. There is an insatiable need for domination, and each contender offers something special to the table. The Tribal Chief's plan, according to Roman Reigns, would center on managing the tempo and capitalizing on opportunities with his wits and power. In a high-stakes situation like a triple threat match, his psychological manipulation skills would be vital. The architect, Seth Rollins, would put his faith in his quickness, nimbleness, and adaptability. He might gain an advantage from his unpredictable nature, particularly if he takes use of the friction between Roman and Brock to his advantage. Brock Lesnar. People know that the tactic of the beast incarnate is to use brutal force. Brock would throw punch after punch and finish each opponent out with an F5 to show he was boss. Allegiances would most certainly be established and broken in the first few minutes of the encounter. Despite a brief alliance to counter Brock, Roman and Seth's underlying antipathy would soon boil out. The rivalry between Roman and Seth might be used by Brock to his advantage as well. He could wait for them to be exhausted before he attacks. The tale that has been built up over the years will finally come to a head in this match. The legacy of the Shield. The history of Roman and Seth goes beyond a simple conflict. It is a tale of treachery, atonement, and rivalry. In a triple threat match, they would have to face their shared history head-on while fighting for what's to come in their relationship. Roman and Brock's feud has defined an age. It pits the tribe chief against the beast. With Seth on board, things are about to change, and that change might tip the scales in surprising directions. As the unchallenged champion, Roman would be looking to do more than just defend his championship in this encounter. It would be a bold claim, stating unequivocally that he is the best WWE champion ever. It would be an opportunity for Seth and Brock to reassert their dominion over the mountain. The match would be exciting in and of itself, but the consequences would go far beyond the final whistle. This three-way bout has the potential to be the main event at WrestleMania, the pinnacle of professional wrestling's annual pay-per-view, where champions settle their scores and make history. If Roman were to win, it would cement his place in history as the most dominating modern-era champion. It would be an opportunity for Seth and Brock to rewrite their stories and demonstrate that they are still powerful players. Fans of the WWE have been demanding new feuds and intense matches, and this triple threat match would satisfy their cravings. Having two of WWE's all-time greats defend their titles against Roman would be an incredible spectacle for fans. People would be talking about who should win on social media and making predictions based on it. Roman has to come out on top. Currently, he's unbeatable. Seth takes it. The epitome of an opportunist, he is. Brock is known as the Beast for good cause. He'll wipe them out.